What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 10, episode whatever the fuck. This is reunion part 2. Okay? A bitch had to take her head down because this shit was itching. It's about time for this shit to get washed. And I don't even know how I'm still fucking awake at this moment, okay? Like, I'm literally pushing fucking through, but I'm pushing through on films, bitch, okay? Listen, Beyonce, don't you ever fucking do no shit like that, alright? Because we gonna watch that bullshit each and every goddamn time and fuck ourselves up and bitch you up there sleep like a motherfucker. Fuck you, hoe. Anyway, so Real Housewives of Atlanta, the reunion. Okay, so we start off where we left off last week. The whole thing went what the fuck happened? Shit. It just slipped my mind real quick like that. Sheree and this whole thing with the bone collector, and I can collect bones, and you can't tell me my job description. Like, people be trying to come for Cynthia, and I've been meaning to say this. Cynthia been trying to come for everybody else too. And when I say that, I mean when they try to come and tell her to do some shit or whatever, she's interjecting herself a little bit more. She's speaking up. She coming back with some comebacks and shit. And I'm like, all right, Cynthia, you learning, bitch. Don't just sit there and be quiet. Open up your fucking mouth, okay? And bitch, you better read. Ooh, I'll read her for you because you probably not gonna do it. Because I'm still pissed at Kim for telling her to shut the fuck up. Just sit there and be a pretty face. That's basically what she said. You don't talk. Okay, girl. And then, so after all of that whole bullshit, they get back onto this whole thing with Portia and Marlo and how their relationship went and how, she was not here for what happened at the party. And Marlo admitted that both of them were being petty. Both of them were probably wrong in the situation. And to be quite honest, Marlo, you were really wrong because if somebody is not trying to receive what you're saying, that does not give you the right to go follow after them and to keep going and keep going and keep going and antagonize them. No, that is exactly what you were doing. That's what your role is on this show. So I guess you played up to the part. So, it is what it is. Um, you know, uh, when they asked about the scepter versus the fan, the fan put out there, why Portia would you put this fan in her face when you had an issue with Kenya putting the fan in your face? Bitch, I ain't even gonna fucking lie. We all brought that shit up too, okay? We said the same thing. That's what the fuck you got into the fight for, okay? Because, she put that shit. But see, let me tell you something. There was a difference. Oh, that's why it's like that, because it's okay. There was a difference because like she said, she gave a real ass answer, I believe. Girl, fix the shit, bitch, I don't like coming on screen looking raggedy as fuck, bitch. That's why most of the time I don't keep my head down because it just has a fucking mind of its own. Anyway, and she said the difference between, Kenya putting the shit in my face and then you putting the shit in, I'm me putting it, because first of all, she said, I don't give a fuck. That's basically what she said. So, at least she didn't lie. At least she didn't, she said, all right, okay. I don't know. What's the difference? I don't know. Do you feel? No, I don't. And she was basically like, the difference is when Kenya put the shit up in her face, she reacted in a negative way, meaning that she was about to beat the bitch ass, okay? She dragged her ass. When Marlo, snatched the thing out of her face, she went instead of beating her ass or at least attempting to beat her ass because Marlo probably would have beat the shit out of, you know, let's be honest, she probably would have beat the shit out of Portia. But Portia said she just got up and walked. Either way, if you think about it, Portia been had that fan up the whole time. But yeah, it was similar to the Kenya situation. But hey, at least she was honest about it and sit up there and say a lie that she didn't mean. And so they see Kim getting ready and all this shit with Croy. Where's fucking Sheree at? Girl, fuck you. Okay, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Oh, the whole thing about um Portia and Candy, no, Portia and Marlo going into it. And, if you would say, why you keep on bringing up stuff about Portia past or whatever when you the one with the criminal background and all that shit. Bitch, Kenya said, yeah, like the time you up there slit a bitch in the face. I said, Kenya, hush, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Okay? Of course, Marlo want to give the excuse, well, see, that was my past. Okay, well, you bringing up Portia past too. Okay, so You tit for tat this shit. You know, both of y'all are doing the same thing. I look good as fuck right about that. Let me stop. But it's the hair. It's the hair, bitch. Any fucking way. They doing all that shit. And, you know, she explained the whole situation and how she was on probation, how it was for small stuff, and all that stuff. I really didn't care about that. Let's just get into this whole thing with the Candy and the Portia thing again. You know, the bringing up about how Nene wanted her to stand up in front of the girls. First of all, with her having a you know, Nene saying the nice words about her when she left Barcelona, she felt like, you know, that was really something true and real, and hope for her relationship with Nene and hope for her relationship to get better with the rest of the girls. And then they bring up the whole thing with Candy and her, you know, with Nene wanting her to stand up and just basically line the girls up and tell them all sorry at this one particular time. And I agree with Portia at the time because hell no, I'm not about to do that. First of all, if I do that and because you gave me the suggestion and then I stand up here and I get all y'all together, it's not going to be genuine. And that's what y'all keep on saying. It's not genuine. It's not you taking accountability and all this stuff. And Portia had to call Cynthia out and say, bitch, we was at a nice place and I saw and I took accountability for shit. You know, I sat there with you. You came over there to me after she you know, corrected her. She was like, well, bitch, tomato, tomato. And Cynthia said, potato, potato. Oh, that's what that is. I said Portia. Portia, at least she caught herself from saying something dumb. I said, girl, let's leave it to God. We're gonna leave it alone right there, okay? It was like everybody had a little chuckle. Candy, you know you wanted to bust out laughing, but you know, of course, she wanted to keep on. And I get the hurt. And to be quite honest, I do miss Candy and Portia being cool like that. You know, they always had this little cute little bond or whatever the fuck, and they be just having fun with each other. You know, they like the youngest ones on the cast, and you know, I miss the dynamic. I really do. But you know, she said she owned up to her shit with her, and then you threw it back up in her face. And Portia brought up a good point. I felt, and I don't care what Cynthia say. It's like why she needed to apologize to all the girls at this point when she really needed to apologize to Candy, because it don't matter what she do, because the girls were taking what happened and throwing it back up in her face for any fucking reason. And Cynthia's like, well, we all was in the situation, we all was there. No, you was just backstanders. That's what y'all was. Y'all was in the background. Y'all heard the aftermath of what happened and shit like that. The action or whatever, the fact was done to Candy. She owes Candy that fucking apology, okay? That does not mean that you take it upon yourself to use Candy's situation and her situation and, you know, throw it back at Portia. That's not fucking right. That's fucked up. And I never agree with that. So moving on from that, you know, Portia, you know, she was like, Candy, since we right here, Candy girl. It was like, oh shit. It was like, no, it's not gonna be long. It's not gonna be long. Kenya said, oh Lord, can we get some cocktails? Now, bitch, it could have been a slip of the tongue, but she did say, can we get a cocktail? And Andy said, no. Nene said, girl, I thought you supposed to be pregnant. I know I wasn't the only one who caught that because, bitch, they put the subtitles up there. And I said, but she basically said, you know, for my part in it, yes, I was lied to. Yes, you know, I contributed to it or whatever. I apologize, and there is no but. And she was like, can we just end this shit right here because I don't want to have nothing else to do with it, like bring it up again or whatever. Candy was like, hell yeah, okay. It was like, let's shake on it. They said, let's hug. And they was like, no, you're doing too much. Portia sat back down like, no, baby steps, bitch. And I said, at least you learning, okay? Baby fucking steps. So they take a little break, you know, of course, Kim getting ready. Sheree goes back there. Hey, bitch, you look good, girl. You look, I said, Kim, just fucking lying to this girl. But okay, you know, I guess, can you admire their relationship in the sense that, no, because they lying to each other. Let me stop. I ain't even finish it. I heard it when I came, it was about to come out my mouth and I said, girl, what the fuck you talking about? But anyway, she was like, girl, what's going on out there? Croy, of course, is doing all the stuff for her. Croy is Sweetie, and I just figured it out. Sweetie used to do all this shit for Kim. Drive her around, pick up her clothes, do all this, kiss her ass and all that shit. That's what Croy is, okay? And that's why Sweetie's no longer around. Sweetie finally woke the fuck up and got the fuck out, okay? She was the original. get out. Anyway, so she was like, girl, what's going on out there? Girl, let me just tell you something. They all pissed off at you and all this stuff. Talking about something. Kim can't take accountability for shit and all this shit. Girl, what's she talking about? And Nene with that big bitch, I hope she don't get up and I don't want to get her all fired up and shit like that. Croy gonna say, take accountability for what? And I said, Croy, shut the fuck up. You are a weak ass bitch of a man. I'm just gonna put that out there. That's probably why you ain't on no fucking team now, okay? Because you just a weak ass bitch, all right? We know and we see who rules that household, and it's Kim, okay? And it's there is no 50-50%, 50-50, half and half of the fucking relationship, you taking control, I can take control, we play with each other, we play with you. No, Kim rules that shit. And you do whatever the fuck it is that she say. Moving back on, Eva back there having fucking contractions on the phone with Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie said, bitches, them contractions 10 minutes apart and they strong, get your ass to the hospital. But drink a lot of fluids, be calm, and all that stuff. So they go out there and they get to talking about the whole thing with Nene coming back to the show, the shit that she's been through, the Uber joke stuff. And of course, here goes Sheree. You see, I talked about domestic violence and I said, bitch, shut the fuck up. It took you how long to fucking say something about your domestic violence thing? And I know this ain't no justification of what Nene did or whatever, because y'all already know how I felt about it. She was dead ass wrong. She was dead ass wrong, but Nene did take accountability for it. She ain't try to make no excuse for it. She did say that it was a joke that her and Cynthia had already made up, but it went awry when this girl, basically she just got thrown off kilter when the bitch told her to kill herself. And she said the poor choice of words, all right? And Nene was drunk that night, so you just never fucking know. And that's really not a fucking excuse, but she was drunk that night too. But anyway, I was like, Sheree, shut the fuck up, because you have not been on this platform speaking on domestic violence until last season, okay? Nene has been on here speaking about that from day fucking one. So you hush, okay? And quit trying to hop on shit just to be mad at somebody, all right? Shut the fuck up. Then they brought up how, the Candy understand how people can see how, it's confusing that she was a little light with Nene and her situation about saying a thing about the rape joke or whatever. And then her situation that happened last season. And I was like, yeah, I get that. You know what I'm saying? I forget what fucking excuse that she give, but it is what it is. And they talked about their relationship and how, the reason why, because of course Kim and Sheree was back there talking about this whole relationship between Candy and Nene and how they got so close and all this shit. And I'm like, because regardless of what one may think, some people can actually sit the fuck down and have a fucking intelligent, mature conversation and talk out their differences and realize that, bitch, what the fuck we was pissed off at each other was over some stupid shit. Like, girl, we gonna let this, and that's probably what it was. She did say they had a conscious fucking talk, okay? And they got over it. And that's what it is, because whatever was going on between them wasn't that fucking deep to get to the point that it was that they would never have a fucking friendship and not even a fucking friendship or a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? And, Nene wasn't offended about them kicking her off the tour because she said she understood she's a businesswoman and she know how business work. Good outlook on things, okay? Then this whole thing with Kenya and Marlo talking about some, oh, bitch, because don't sit up there, because Kenya said something. And she was like, so you get up here and you try to speak with your proper talk and you speaking. She was like, bitch, I speak well, okay? And I'm impervious to your goddamn words and shit like this. You want to know why I speak well? Thankful to my grandmother. I said, okay, girl. And she was like, just like you say stuff be hurting you when we be coming at your ass, bitch. Regardless of what you feel about me, stuff hurt me too when you be talking about I'm a prostitute and I'm a this and I'm a that. You put it out there damn near like you that, okay? Because you carry yourself like, girl, we know you don't work. All right, you can say that you got a Marlo something LLC, bitch, what? Okay, if you claim that. And she said basically, Kenya said, bitch, we don't know where you get your money from. I said, to be quite honest, that's really nobody's business. But since you want to get out here flying and stuff, and this is a reality TV, and that's the only thing that you really ain't told us about, she said basically she was with a billionaire and he paid for her Porsche, her cars, her mom's house, her place, all this stuff. It was like, was it Ted Turner? I said, quit bringing him up. If you don't know who Ted Turner is, Google him, okay? Billionaire, all right? And And I was like, whatever, get her off the stage, please. Get her off the stage. Portia tried to chime in and say, I don't want to be talking about nobody and then for them to tell me I'm a prostitute. Then here come Kenya. Oh, so like them last 2 years when you said I was a part of a prostitution ring and the African, they played Kenya because Bravo played that clip back, went back a couple of years when Kenya's face was so visibly fucked up. And I said, oh, look at her bad skin. She has come a long fucking way. A long way. So while they doing a little break, Kenya and Portia going back and forth trying to discuss whether or not you said it 2 times in a row about me fucking around with the one-eye African and all this stuff, but you the one that admitted it. That motherfucker didn't have no one eye. See, that's your problem. You always repeating shit. I was here for it. I was here for it because that was the real shit, and at least they didn't, it didn't seem like they was really like finna go at it with each other. So it was cute. I said whatever. Then they bring Eva out. Eva, talking about how, she pregnant. She knew she was pregnant on the show. Candy knew. Cynthia was like, you could have told me. Well, y'all really weren't click clacking like that, okay? Candy and Portia, you and Candy click clack like that, okay? We'll get to that in a second. So, she was talking about how he ran for mayor. Did he think that it was okay? What was his thoughts about her being on the show with him running for mayor? And he was like, he understood and know that she knows how to carry herself and all that shit. And when Andy said, you think Michael can come talk to Mark Daly about being on the show? Kenya was like, Eva was like, I said, what the fuck? Anyway, so they switched gears from talking about Eva, because I was literally sitting there like, Eva should just went on here to the doctor, because we don't care. But the whole Will situation, who gives a fuck? But they started talking about why Cynthia was crushing so hard or going so hard for Candy. Basically, I'm trying to get that off my bucket list and all that stuff. And then he was like, Cynthia wants Candy to have her as her crush. She want to be Candy's crush and all this stuff. And she was like, no, I'm just trying to get it off my bucket list. It was like, Cynthia want to go to the other side for a second. No, I do not. Yes, you do. Bitch. And then Candy was like, Cynthia brought me some shoes. Everybody was like, you buying shoes? Here go Andy. So you being that little sugar mama? Candy, my baby brought me some shoes. It was cute. This was the fun part of the little show. This episode, I will say this part. And then, they showed a little deleted scene when they was out in Barcelona and they did the D challenge. And, Candy wrote raps and stuff for them and all this stuff. And then for herself, of course, hers was extra, extra fucking nasty. I was here for it. And then she did a little one, for Andy talking about, he drive a Honda for that D, can go to Wakanda for that D. No, he can't. Okay, but all right, that was cute. So they get on this topic about Will and how come Cynthia didn't believe it. Well, Eva was talking about how somebody said, what was the difference about, you talking about Will, but then Shamia talking about you on a rumor. She was like, because that shit was a rumor, what Shamia said, and it was truth, my truth, from what I seen that whole entire night when I was there with Will, that he had a girlfriend, and then he tried to deny it and make it seem as if she never existed. But then when she was confronted by Cynthia, he said that, he had a girlfriend at that time, but they're no longer together. Cynthia, of course, is over the whole thing and just saying, she don't believe that he had a girlfriend when she was with him, and it is what it is. They never had sex, and people was like, so why was you holding on so long? Was he knocking it out? And obviously he wasn't. And, they was like, when was your birthday party? Because I think he was at the birthday party or whatever. And she was like, it was in June. Eva, when was you seeing him at the cigar bar? June. Nene said, where? Girl, they ain't shit, okay? But the whole thing is, Cynthia gonna do what Cynthia gonna do. Cynthia was just playing around with that boy. She was not trying to get serious with him like that. Good thing she didn't give him up the goods. So it is what it is. They started talking about when Portia told her about the bad news that, she knows some shit about Will. Even somebody said, Portia ain't the best source to get something from, but when everybody keeps telling you the same thing, why won't you listen? And it was like when Portia told her she wasn't expecting Portia to tell her some negative stuff, because Portia was on the sidelines, behind the scenes, rooting on the relationship and saying that he was a good dude and, like her for him and all that stuff. And then to hear her say that, that's what, the feelings came involved, and it kind of threw her off. And Portia was like, well, shit, I didn't know that, because I thought we was building a relationship. And then in Barcelona, you want to throw this in my face, and you want to throw the candy thing in my face. And, they started going back and forth about that whole thing. And she was like, it's just that I didn't know. She said it made me view the friendship differently. Okay. My friendship, the growth of the friendship was going completely different from what it is with you. Okay. And she was like, well, shit, I'm still getting to know you, just like I don't know Andy like that. And I've been here for 8 years, and, and I get where Cynthia was coming from. To be quite honest, if you go back when Portia got on the show, Cynthia and Portia didn't really have that strong of a relationship. And then they had that little falling out. So, of course, she's trying to get back on track. So, it is what it is with that whole thing. And so Will and Cynthia, they apart a little bit. Nene said she didn't see it for Will because Will ain't her type. She like darker dudes. And even Andy said it seemed like he like darker dudes. It was like, come to find out Cynthia is dating a few people. I said, bitch, you ain't locked down, so that's what dating mean, bitch. Date a fucking round. That don't mean that you fucking them. That means you just testing the fucking waters to see who like it. You know what I'm saying? Who sticks or whatever. Which personality sticks. And she said she likes one more than the others that she's dating, and he's a darker dude too. So hey, it is what it is. The whole thing with Eva and her sexuality came up about her having a girl on girl relationship or whatever. And it was like, can you explain it? You ain't gotta name names. And she was like, well, I slept with a girl and that's it. And so, Eva may come off a little, like, I ain't gonna say cocky, but very blunt. But I get where she came from, okay? She said, bitch, let me tell you something. And that's why, when Messy Mia brought it up, I just wasn't here for it. And you don't slander a person's name or, who's not there to talk about it or whatever. And it was like, how was she slandering? Kenya said, well, you get stuff from the blogs or whatever with women linked to men. And what if they, what about that? How was that slander? And she was like, because the way that she used it was in a negative connotation, saying, what do your boyfriend think about you being in a relationship or having been in this relationship with this superstar who is not here to defend herself? And that is true, because Missy was the person that was in question, and people have always put her on that thing saying that whether she gay or bisexual or whatever, we don't know. Okay, we still trying to figure out. She on the same spectrum with Queen Latifah, but bitch, we already know Queen is family. You know what I'm saying? So, she was basically like, but the way that she did it was in a negative way, asking whether or not my husband would be okay with it, as if being gay is wrong. And I said, oh, I didn't even think about that. But Eva, come on and break this shit down. Okay, I was about to say, Eva, don't go too deep into this. But Eva went there, and I was like, okay, I see where you coming from. It was like, and why does it matter what I do in my bedroom when you're a married woman? So what do it matter to you? Am I in your bedroom and stuff like that? I said, bitch, okay. She was like, and as a, advocate for the LGBT trans community, I said, all right. Andy was sitting there like this, and I said, okay, Eva, go. Go. You made your point. You made your little statement. I liked it. It was cute. You had to come back. You didn't let these girls get you down, even though you really weren't there that long. Really didn't need you, but okay, go to the hospital. So now they was getting ready for Kim to come out. Bitch, Kim comes out, and, Andy in the shade. Oh, 10 years. You ain't need it. When they said Kim coming, Portia said, so was we supposed to clap? And it was like 10 years. Y'all been on this, she haven't been on this couch for 5 years, but it's been 10 years for you and Nene, huh? And it was like, okay, I guess. It was like, and you look even younger, okay? And them lips, they look a little bit more bigger. And it was like, what's the end game with the lips and stuff? She was like, whenever I want. I said, all right, You just don't know how much of a mess you look. And I said, here we go with the bullshit. Because then they started talking about the elephant room thing. What was the part with that? And, of course, Nene said she wanted everybody to get their issues out. I understood that. And then they was talking about what the psychic said about Candy. And Candy said that psychic, after she came from that, she went to two other psychics who said the same thing. And then Andy was like, so can you see into the future? She was like, I mean, what I foresee is that shit is about to blow the fuck up in about 10 minutes. And I said, you right. Maybe less. When Candy was like, you see, this is almost like an elephant in a room situation. And here go Portia. And oh, there's an elephant right there. I said, Portia, sit down. Stop it, girl. Why didn't I see that they was going to play us and put Kim shit at the end and then drag us to the third part? But anyway, so Kim come out, they asking questions. Kenya said the bitch, she's a dark fucking cloud. She said, I thought it was some clouds up in here. I knew it couldn't be Sheree because she didn't have her storm wig on. And we gonna pass that, okay? And they start saying, why did somebody asked the question that I wanted to know. Why the fuck did you talk down to Cynthia and say she just a pretty face and she needs to be quiet? And she was like, I always call her pretty. Now see, this is what fucking irked me about Kim in this part. You is a fucking liar, okay? You are a fucking liar and you're not a good one at she's not even good at it, y'all. Like, I'm sitting here like, do you not understand that you cannot come on a reunion show and say something throughout a whole fucking season with the goddamn cameras rolling, and then it obviously, bitch, you didn't watch the season because everything that you lied about was showed on the fucking show, contradicting yourself, bitch, okay? So why are you sitting up here lying about saying that you didn't say anything about Cynthia bad and that, it was a compliment saying that she was pretty? And Cynthia was like, well, you and Sheree sat on the fucking couch and y'all up there talking about some, if it wasn't for my looks, I wouldn't have been nothing. Bitch, Sheree, if it wasn't for your looks, you still ain't fucking nothing because it ain't your looks, bitch, okay? What the fuck? And Kim, I know you ain't talking about nobody looks, bitch, because you ain't shit to look at either. You've been plumped, you've been poked, you've been prodded like a fucking animal, and you got the nerve to talk about somebody looks, bitch. You the same bitch who opened up your legs and was on TV and proud of the fact that you was fucking around with a rich married man. That's how you got your income. You would have been a nurse in somebody raggedy ass hospital had it not been for your pussy. That's what the fuck it was, bitch. Then you talking about her fucking looks. At least she used her looks for the fucking good of her, okay? You use your pussy just to get yourself something that you wanted. Some valuables and shit like that. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. She made a career. Well, you made a career off your pussy too. Let me stop. Let me fucking stop. Because, bitch, you fucking tried Cynthia. You tried Cynthia and then sat there and trying to say, oh, bitch, I was just giving her a compliment. That's a compliment. Acting like she didn't understand when they was all saying that's a backhanded ass, condescending ass compliment. Okay? You don't fucking get that. Wasn't even no compliment. You told her to shut the fuck up like she ain't got no right to say nothing. We don't give a fuck if you don't want to hear nothing about Kingy or whatever. The fact of the matter is she can voice her opinion when everybody else is voicing their opinions. Okay? So don't tell her to fucking shut the fuck up and just sit down and be pretty. Okay? What, you want her to do something that you can't do? Cause bitch, you can't. All right, tell me when you could. Never. Okay, not ever, bitch. And then she was like, well, here's the thing. I ain't never got no problem with Cynthia. I just felt like Cynthia ain't got no backbone. That's basically what it is. Cynthia said, well, shit, bitch, I felt like you ain't classy, so that's what it is, too. I said, bitch, come through, Cynthia. Cynthia, I wasn't expecting that. Cynthia had fed the fuck up, all right? She said, I'm tired of y'all saying I ain't got no fucking backbone. I'm a weak bitch. I'm finna speak my shit tonight. And I said, that's what the fuck you do. Then they get on this shit about, and Sheree, your horse head ass looking bitch sitting on that couch talking about something. I gotta remind my memory because I don't know what happened. Joggers. September, spring, summer, joggers. Bitch, you knew what the fuck you said. You knew what the fuck you said and you knew they was fucking recorded. They played the fucking tape, you lying ass bitch. Okay? And then, the whole time I was Nene. The whole time they was asking Kim these questions, Nene was sitting there like this, like, can we cut the bullshit and get to what I really need to talk about? They get into that whole thing about why they got into it. Bitch, you saw me at the fucking mall and then you come into my house as if you didn't. And then you talking about oh, well, didn't I see you at the mall or whatever? But then you taking pictures of my car. I didn't say I saw you at the mall. I didn't take no picture of your car. Somebody sent that shit to me. But yet, play the tape. And what did it show? You said you saw her at the mall and you told her the picture. Oh, somebody sent you a picture. Who the fuck gonna send you a picture, bitch? Quit fucking lying. If you gonna fucking lie, make your lies make sense, bitch. And they just don't. Fuck him, okay? I hope. Ooh, they should have just let Nene pop to her one good time, okay? You know, let me get the fuck up out of here. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. This review long as fuck, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.